We have several things to look at on this play. First, we miss a foul by the kicking team for illegally batting the ball, since the player bats the ball forward. This is also a violation for illegal touching. You can see that the back judge marks the touching spot with his beanbag, and he also kills the play by signaling timeout more than once. And notice that the kicking team players start to relax as if the play was over. The line judge had already gotten a new ball to set up for the next play. By rule, the inadvertent whistle rule applies, and unless the game has instant replay, the down should be replayed. Instant replay is an exception to the inadvertent whistle rule. Instant replay could treat this as an egregious error and return the ball to the spot where the back judge declared it dead. Good example of a legal numbering exception play. The offense is in a scrimmage kick formation with fewer than 5 players numbered between 50 and 79 on the line. The player who catches the pass is not a numbering exception player because he was eligible from the beginning. That is, he was never ineligible by position. There are several numbering exception players who are ineligible by position. You could see this from the end zone shot. And at the snap, they are not on the end of the line, which matches the rule. Remember, this is a rule that applies during a scrimmage kick formation. Whether or not the ball is kicked does not matter, so this play is entirely legal. We get a good call for roughing the kicker. The defensive player rolls under the kicker and gets him in the plant leg. Referee, no need for this extended conversation with the coach. This is a judgment call, and if you talk with him, simply say what you have, but don't prolong the conversation. Also, be sure to announce the number of the player committing the foul.
Personal foul.
Whoa.
Roughing the kicker.
Whoa.
15 yards. Automatic first down.
Automatic.
Good work by the back judge here. He's in perfect position to rule on this play. This is a good example of the effectiveness of the 1-yard rule. You can see the kicking team player breaking down his coverage so as not to get within the 1-yard area, and this is a good illustration of why the rule was written. Good call for safety on this block punt. Referee, try to anticipate the block kick and make every effort to get to the end line. A lot of things are going on here, but the closer you are to the end line, the better you will be able to rule on the play. We can't see the line judge, but he and the referee should keep this action between them, and he should also get to the end line as soon as possible. We missed a 4-man wedge on the kickoff. You can see that the 4 players gather in a line at about the 20-yard line and move together for a few steps as they begin to block. We don't see this very often, so we need to be alert for it. We have a blocked field goal attempt on this play, and the head linesman is very slow getting to the goal line. He appears to not be sure of what he should call and is not in a good spot to make a ruling. We get a call for running into the kicker here, but it should be roughing since the defender gets the kicker's plant leg. Remember that when in question, the call should be roughing.
Running into the kicker on the defense, number 17. 5-yard penalty, first down.
We should have better coverage by our deep officials on this play. The side judge is the one we can see, and note that he remains planted at the goal line until the play is over, while the receiver catches the ball forward to the 20-yard line. As a result of not having this play covered, we missed a kick-catch interference foul, as the kicking team player gets inside the 1-yard area and the receiver has to avoid him to catch the ball. It is correct to start on the goal line when the snap is at this location. But once it is clear that the goal line is not threatened, the deep official should move to officiate the play. This is a good call for blocking below the waist. The two players are highlighted so you can follow them as the play unfolds. It gives me an opportunity to remind everyone that the rule for blocking below the waist has not changed on kicks. It is illegal for any player to block below the waist during a kick play.
During the return, illegal block below the waist on the return team, number 22. That penalty is half the distance to the goal, first down.
Should have a foul for kick-catch interference, a violation of the 1-yard rule by the kicking team player. The receiver has to move to get to the ball, and he muffs the kick as a result. On this play, running into the kicker is called, but it should be roughing. There is some contact by a kicking team player with the defender who hit the kicker, and if the referee judges that the block in fact caused the player to hit the kicker, then there is no foul by rule. This does not appear to be the case here, and roughing the kicker should have been the call.
Run into the kicker. Defense, number 15. 5-yard penalty.
We initially have a call for leaping the personal protectors on the punt. This is good communication to pick up the flag, because the leap was in the gap and not over a player, and thus it is not a foul. Referees, it would be better to briefly explain why the flag was picked up.
There was no foul on the play.
That's a good not call.
Good goal line work to get the illegal touching in the end zone. This is a special case of batting. Batting the ball in the end zone is usually a foul, but the rules allow for this exception. This is good work to let the play continue, since the ball is not dead when it is first touched. Despite what the announcer says about the player being in the end zone when he touches the ball, it's where the ball is, not the player, that counts. The touching in the end zone eventually results in a touchback after the ball is dead, but the receiving team could have advanced the live ball.